Hey guys, happy Tuesday. John Potter, Prospects Director of Player Development. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about putting, but I'm going to give you permission to take a break from all of the mechanical thoughts that bog you down when you're practicing. It's really easy when you get a putter in your hand because you're moving so much slower than you are in a big full swing to now all of a sudden start thinking about, is that club working back straight? Am I using just shoulders? Am I using wrists? How wide should my stance be? All these different thoughts are hyper, you'd be hyper aware of when you're moving so slow. It's easy to see the path, real evidence. You can feel the toe, the heel, you can see where the ball's positioned, you can see whether the face is closing or opening, sometimes, not always. But right now we're not going to talk about all that, okay? So what I want you to do is, we have to find a way in your practice time to make some of it about mechanical improvements, right? Because the better you are mechanically, with sound mechanics, swing mechanics, the more consistent the result's going to be, right? If we have real sound mechanics, the only way to prompt those sound mechanics or teach those certain movements or positions is to get you to play more consistent golf. That said, I don't want you to be a robot. I want you to be an athlete. Golf is still a sport, and at the end of the day, it's hitting a ball to a target. So much like you would in another sport, baseball, basketball, football, throwing a ball at your target, guess what? Your eyes aren't on the ball in those other sports. If you're shooting a basketball and your eyes are on the ball, I mean, you'd be missing the hoop left and right. If you're throwing a baseball, you're not watching the ball, okay? In golf, we are. Our target is not our visual target. It's not a kinetic response to a visual stimulus. What I mean there is we are not responding to our target directly. What we're doing is putting to a memory, hitting a shot to a memory. We see our target. You might visualize your shot in various different ways in your pre-shot routine, but we're trying to keep that image as vivid as possible so that what our body responds to is a really vivid image of the target. We don't look directly at our target, and that's a problem, right? It makes us susceptible to problems in the swing, right? Not responding to target. So what I'm going to have you do, if you guys remember Jordan Spieth, probably haven't heard that name in 100 years. Not super relevant anymore on the PGA Tour. Hopefully he makes a comeback. But for a while there, you might remember he was putting with his eyes looking at his target, and that's different, right? Everybody else's eyes are down, stuck here, and they're trying to remember where the flag was or where their line was. Maybe they pick a starting line and just hoping they've got that distance control down. This is the part of golf practice that's more about athletic response, target response, than it is about mechanical changes or worrying about path and face and swing size and all that stuff. So what I want you guys to do once in a while, again, spend half of your time working on those fundamentals, working on the mechanics, but spend another half of your time just being an athlete, respond to the target. So what I want you to do, and I'll train my players to not spend too much time over the ball with eyes not on the target, okay, is we're just going to be an athlete here. It's going to look a little ridiculous, and people are going to say, well, you're not even trying. You're not even practicing. What are you doing? You are practicing. You're practicing kinetic response to a visual target. What we're doing here is getting set. You can have your eyes on the ball to make sure the club's in the right spot. You're setting up in the right spot. But I want your eyes then on the target, and I want you to spend just a couple of seconds here getting into posture. And once you're there, eyes back to the ball, and then go. Don't waste time. Okay? That way, that image, your target, is really vivid. That image is really sharp in your mind, okay? And then we'll do it back. Maybe we'll go to this pin, okay? So I'm setting up, just making sure I'm in the right spot to the ball here. Eyes on target, and I'm imagining I'm rolling the ball with my eyes on target. And you can actually do it that way, eyes on target. And kind of get a feeling for how hard to hit that putt. And those are two pretty good putts right there. I'm going to do one more here. Your eyes don't have to be on target, but if they're not going to be on target while you're practicing this, I want them on the target as long as you can leave them there, and then back to the ball, and then go. Don't waste time over the ball. Every split second you spend with your eyes down is a split second more time that you are losing your accuracy, your image of the target, your accuracy of what that target distance is and where it's located. So don't spend time over the ball not looking at target. Get set into your putt, eyes on target, eyes on target. If you want to putt eyes on target, it's a great way to practice distance control. Get your body to respond to what your eyes are seeing. If you don't want your eyes on target, just make sure when they get back to the ball, you go. Okay, good luck on that. Let me know if you guys have any questions.